Here to share more about the WellHub Work-Life Wellness Report, say that 5 times fast, is its co-founder and CEO, Cesar Carvalho. Cesar, welcome to the New York Stock Exchange.
Thank you so much for having me here, Ashley.
So, super interesting survey. What were the key takeaways from the report?
Well, wellness is a very interesting space, and a lot of companies are prioritizing wellness for their employees, and employees prioritizing their own wellness. WellHub is very proud to be in this space, and we surveyed in this report 5,000 employees from 10 different countries. And there are many areas of interest there. The first one is, indeed, employees are prioritizing their own wellness, and they're clearly saying that whenever they prioritize wellness, performance comes and they feel they perform better at work.
What does it mean to prioritize wellness?
Well, the biggest thing is for companies to have structured wellness programs for their employees. And structured wellness programs include physical activity, nutrition, sleep, and mindfulness initiatives for their employees. And what we see is if companies can create an environment for employees to sign up, for them to lower the barriers for the employees to have access to gyms, studios, etc., then employees thrive. Companies that offer structured wellness programs have had employees saying that they thrive at way higher rates than companies that don't have corporate wellness programs in their workforces. 60% are thriving at companies that offer structured wellness programs. 40% are thriving at companies that don't offer corporate wellness programs for their employees.
All right, and what are those, you're talking about those different pillars, so, perhaps taking care of your health, like, medical care, mindfulness, going out and working out at the gym. Can you get into those areas a little bit more and what, just like a healthy, balanced, life might look like in those areas?
For sure. We talk about it as holistic well-being, and this is what we're all about. WellHub offers to employees and unlimited access to all gyms, studios, wellness apps, so they can meditate, speak with a nutritionist, exercise at different gyms and studios, all for a price that costs less than the membership of a single gym. So it's about access, it's about people trying multiple things and testing what works for them. And this is all holistic wellness is, giving people all the options for them to try multiple things. And we have seen from the data of the research that people are trying those different things. There's a lot of debate on work, office, working from home, and etc. What we're seeing is the emergence of the third space, a place where people go to exercise, they go to build community, to meet with others, and it's where a lot of the connections are happening now. And specifically with those places, we're seeing a rise in co-workers meeting there to exercise, to have healthier lifestyles. 22% of the respondents are already meeting with their coworkers at these third places.
And I'm sure that's strengthening relationships in the workplace.
100%. People are moving away from bars, coffee places, or social environments in which they're drinking alcohol, etc., and replacing it with more healthier habits that build community, build relationships, and, in the end, helps everyone.
And you surveyed, as you mentioned, 5,000 employees across 10 countries. What were the questions like, and how did you gather the data?
Yeah, so the data was gathered by asking their responses online first, and then we analyzed those results to build the correlations that I'm sharing here. An interesting one is about burnout and the different generations. Everyone's experiencing more burnout these days than before, and what we have seen is that the youngest generations, they are using those wellness solutions at a rate higher than older generations. They are using gyms more often, they're doing therapy more often, they're considering it an integral part of their well-being.
And what are signs of work or health burnout?
I'm sorry?
What are signs of work burnout or health burnout?
Yeah, the science around it?
Signs.
What
are signs that you might be burned out at work?
People have low energy.
Yeah.
They're not motivated to perform. But the most important thing is resilience being low. Everyone is facing challenges every single day at work. And if you are exercising, if you're a constant state of well-being, you're gonna rebound back from those stressors in a nice way. And when you don't have well-being, that doesn't happen, and people end up quitting. They ended up feeling sick and have not going back to work and not being as productive as they could be.
And I understand that you just announced a new partnership with Anytime Fitness. What type of opportunities does that provide to WellHub?
And we're very excited about that partnership. Right now, we have 20,000 different gyms, studios, and wellness apps in our network in the US. And the more options we have, more options we can provide to every single one of our subscribers and to the more than 40,000 corporate clients we have all over the world. Anytime adds a lot to that. You know, they're one of the largest gym chains in the US and worldwide. And we're very excited about bringing them on board and about having all these options for every single employee and every single client.
And how do the results of the report play into WellHub's mission?
Well, they reinforce that wellness is less than a perk or a nice to have and way more like an investment and a key part of business strategies. And we're all about making every single company a wellness company. We're all about getting them excited about offering WellHub to their employees.
All right, and anything else you'd like to share about the survey?
You know, that I'm really excited to be here, and the survey highlights the importance of corporate wellness, and we got to push this to every single company, every single employee.
Cesar Cavarlo, thank you so much for joining us at the New York Stock Exchange and sharing more about the survey.
Thank you so much for having me, Ashley.
Thank you.